You guys, we are going to be bleaching our brows today. I've seen so many people do it and I'm like, I want to know what that would look like on me. So here we are. No, I'm kidding. We're actually not going to be doing that. I am going to be faking it with makeup, and I thought it would be fun to create a makeup look with the idea of having bleached brows. It's just not something I can personally commit to, at least at this moment right now, but that's the beauty of makeup, right? You can kind of play around with things and make yourself look completely different. I went ahead and did the liquids for my face and all of that, and I also went ahead and set it. I am gonna finish the rest of it right now, or at least most of it. I might wait on blush, I don't know, we'll see. And then we'll go ahead and do the eyes, and then I'll do the brows, because I'm afraid I'm gonna get eyeshadow in the brows if I do them right now. And hopefully the end result will be kind of cool, but I don't really know. So let's get into it. For bronzer, I'm gonna use the JUVIA'S Duo, and I'm gonna do a little combo of the two shades and begin warming up my cheeks. I'm also gonna place those same shades for my nose contour. I decided I am gonna do blush. So this is Just Natural from LA Girl. I feel like this blush is good because if I want to do something bronzy, it looks good, or if I wanted to do something cool tone, it also will look good. I feel like I kind of should have done my eyes first, given what I just decided I wanted to do. But that's alright. I kind of want to create like a very soft wing, kind of, sorta. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do something and that's what it's gonna be, okay? I'm mainly gonna be using the Nude 16 palette from Beauty Bay. For starters, I'm gonna take a mixture of Delicate and All or Nothing and begin forming that shape that I am trying to achieve. I don't necessarily want it to be inner corner heavy, so I'm gonna try to focus as much product on this outer V. Okay, I dipped into the shade Bare Necessity, and I can't tell if that's picking up on camera, but I can see it a little more in person. And I'm really softly beginning to build up the intensity of these shades. Then I'm just gonna have a big fluffy brush on hand and kind of use that to diffuse whatever's on my lid. I'm really just working down the row. So let's go ahead and take Warm and Cozy, which is like a taupey brown. And I'm placing this again just right along that outer V. And I'm gonna try to keep this tighter than I was doing the other shadows. And as I get into the inner crease, I'm gonna begin loosening my grip on the brush. Or I should say, rather, holding it further back. I think that makes more sense. That way I'm applying less pressure than I was on the outer corner. I kind of sort of want to add some gray. Do I want to do this though? Do I really want to do that? I think so, why not? So I'm going to take a gray. This is not from this palette, it's from the Urban Decay Smoky, I believe. Smoky palette, which is no longer available, but any gray shadow will do. I'm gonna take this just about to the center, and I'm slowly gonna begin to just add that product on, buff it out, add it, buff it, all of that. Sometimes I get really lost in the blending process that like I completely forget to talk, and then I just end up cutting out a bunch of footage. But just know, I mean, I'm just going back and forth between adding pigment and blending it out. This is getting a lot deeper than I imagined, but I'm okay with that. I do think I want to add some black. I think that's going to help the outer corner look a little more put together. I kind of want to go in with Silver Lining. This is definitely my favorite shade in this entire palette. I think it's so beautiful, and I want that all over my lid. I'm gonna add the smallest amount of the lower lash line Mainly because my under eyes are looking really dry and I need to cover that up. I don't have to, I want to. And then I'm going to add black right onto that base because I'm going to be adding a black liner and I want to make sure that everything meshes well. Alright, I'm going to do liner and lashes and then we can come back and do the brows. Okay, what did I do? I added the liner, added the lashes, and now I do want to add some highlight all over the face. I think something rose gold could complement the eyes nicely. This is Precious Petals from Wet n Wild. Very much broken, but still works. For my lips, I'm just blocking them out with whatever's left over on my sponge. I'm going to take the Tower 28 lip jelly in Chili. And this is a little sample size, but it has served me all this time. I honestly need to pick up a full size of this though, because it is insanely comfortable on the lips. And now for the moment of truth, we are going to be bleaching our brows, kind of. So I did like a very quick practice run with this and I had used the JOUER concealer in the shade Chiffon because it's the most pigmented concealer I own and it's also the lightest one, so I figured 2-in-1 type of deal could do the trick. And mind you, this is a concealer, so the undertones and all that, it might look a little off, but it's the best I can do right now. I feel like the Danessa Myricks color fixes would be really good. I'm sure there's one that would mimic that of a bleached brow. I have these little spoolies and I'm just gonna run it through my brows. Okay, take a good look at the makeup with dark ass brows. And now, oh god, I'm kind of scared. Oh, I also forgot to say that I do have the E.L.F brow gel on. I like can't remember. Oh my god, I was blanking out on the name. So I'm just gonna try to do this as clean as possible, but I'm also super nervous. And honestly, I don't expect to cover up every single brow hair because this is the only thing I'm using. Like I didn't do any correcting before, so my expectations are pretty low. Oh my god. I just saw my oh god. The nice thing about having the brow gel beforehand is that, for one, it obviously separated them, but I feel that the concealer is gripping onto the brows a lot better. They look obviously a little yellow because of the undertone, but I'm not too mad about it. Let me clean up like underneath my brow because I kind of got out of hand and a little bit over here. Honestly, I don't know if I'd go out in public like this, especially with the job that I'm doing right now. Like what? I'm getting this all over the place. Oh my god. I made sure to pluck my brows specifically for this because I was like, I had hairs going all over the place and I Okay, hear me out. I think that had I, well, I don't know, I think I like don't know. Part of me is like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then the other part of me is like, what is going on? But I will say the JOUER concealer honestly didn't do that bad of a job. I don't love it being the result, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I keep looking at myself there, I keep looking at myself here. I'm like trying to decide. I don't know, we'll see how this looks in like photos and then once I finally edit the footage. But okay, let's be honest, I'm not entirely upset. I don't know, this was fun, okay? I had a really good time. This was different for me, but aside from the brows, this eye look is so pretty. I love how this turned out. I feel like I usually use the blue shade like just on the center of my lid. I don't know if I've ever used it like this. I don't know, I can't really remember, but everything ended up working out. I had a moment there where I thought things were looking a little patchy and kind of got a little worried, but it all came together. I'm glad this was another successful video because I stay having those moments where I'm just like, I'm turning the camera off and I'm not finishing the makeup look I'm working on. But this was not one of them, and for that I am extremely happy. So that is all from me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. My battery's gonna die. Fabulous. What's it called? Eyes. And all or what am I trying to say? Oh god, I just flung that all on me.